What's going on, guys? Hey, as you could probably tell from the title and the thumbnail, we've got a very special video today. So, before we jump into it, I want to give a huge shout out and preface this whole video by saying shout out to the 144th SSO unit, shout out to Mad Dog, shout out to Rojas, shout out to Soups. These are the boys that we're about to see in the interview here, the guys that you're going to see in some of this footage that I've put in this video as well. These are three Americans who have been in Ukraine pretty much since the beginning of the war, served in multiple high level units here in Ukraine, and are now in one of the highest level units, which is 144th SSO. So I don't want to make this intro too long. I do want to say these guys unfortunately just lost one of their vehicles that they use on a daily basis. You guys know how important vehicles are out there in Donbass, out there in the front. So if you're able to, I'm going to leave their donation link if you want to help get them a new vehicle. It's very much appreciated. But let's see. Let's talk with these guys, man. Because again, huge honor, huge opportunity. Shout out to these boys. Thank you guys again for letting me talk with you. And let's jump into it.
Soups, start us off.
All right, I'm Soups, U.S. Army veteran. Couple of deployments to Iraq. Then I came to Ukraine at the end of 2024, the beginning of 25, where I met Mr. Vegas here and served with Azov International until the beginning of this year, or broke contract and came to my current unit.
So let me ask you guys this. We don't want to share anything OBSEC related. Are you guys able to share what unit you're with?
I mean, I guess we can. Yeah, definitely most that thing. We're 144th first, 144 first SSO.
It's badass, dude. We watch a lot of videos of 144, and I don't know. It's cool, man. It seems like SSO is the way to go for foreigners these days, especially foreigners who have been kind of around the block. It seems like
Yeah,
where I've noticed most guys are trying to go at least.
yeah. If you got the reputation already, yeah.
Yeah.
My call signs were all hot. I was in the Marines 4 years. I didn't do shit in Marines, but when I got out, I did some private work in Iraq and Syria and Ukraine prior to her. Technically, yeah. But yeah, Ukraine kicked off and I'd been here ever since after that. So, no, I'm saying I was in Iraq and Syria for about a year, drove back and forth. And then here came to Ukraine. Then I served with Chosen Company for a little bit. They really good guys, man, low. And then, I served in Gord. Now I'm in SSO. But I met this motherfucker, of course, so now read my brother.
Cool. Let's work our way down.
Yeah, my name is Mad Dog. I'm actually, I was never in the military. I was civilian my entire life. I had business on the West Coast at Tennessee, and then when the war started, kicked off in 2022. That's why I arrived here in April.
Do you guys like it in your unit?
I mean, yeah, I mean, compared to Gore, from my experience, compared to Gore, I'm sorry, but here the structure is a little bit more better in terms of support, equipment wise and everything, right? It's a more professional, yeah, not all professional and most of the units, yeah, they're not really they actually act what they say, like, yeah. You don't just say shit and then you gotta wait forever and shit like that. But yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys work with like side by side Ukrainians often?
Yeah. Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes,
Yeah. That's cool, man. I some of these questions are just for out of my curiosity too, because I've always been interested in SSO, but when I when I was in the international,
Yeah, application.
say that again,
So we can send you an application. Yeah.
dude.
When you know the medic, I'm tired of being the only medic anyway. So
I when I was in the Legion, there was not even a possibility for foreigners to think, or at least for us at the time to think about joining SSO or any of these like higher level units. So it's really cool to see. So I've got a handful of questions here that pretty much I just get asked nonstop. We have like a little Discord channel where a lot of people come and ask questions about coming to Ukraine, what units to join, what's the best, this, that. Um, and when we ended up starting or helping start Azov's International Battalion, we ended up getting about 80% of Alpha Bravo and Charlie companies coming from this little my little YouTube channel. So it's a small channel, but the demographics really specific, and the these people actually come, right? They actually end up arriving, for better or for worse. There's a lot of shitheads in there, but
Yeah,
and
that's everywhere.
you got your airsofters and your gamers, and they come, they realize it's what it's like here, and they leave. But every once in a while, we get a Soups, or we get a Marcos, or we get somebody who's really solid, So
Hi, Marcos.
yeah, shout out Marcos. So I wanted to ask you guys this: we've been getting a huge influx of kids, either well, pretty much just turning 18 or 19, that are trying to come out here. So I wanted to ask you guys, what is your perspective on some of the younger ages coming out here?
No, no, don't do that. Right. So if
Yeah.
go, how lady with you like a bus, man. They in school, yeah, it's done to drugs. But I know you want to do some horror world stuff here, like 18, 19. You see all these videos, right? And then like you just want, oh, I'm all going to fight. It's all this horror, but the videos you see online, it's not the reality that they show you. They just show you the cool fight partner. Yes, you know what I mean. You don't feel the fear, man. Yeah, you don't feel the fear. I don't feel it. Well, okay, don't feel that children. Don't feel that the whipping noise of the upper slap your body or anything like that, right? Something like this, right? Yeah, so I would suggest a hard though. Like live your life, get some experience in your life. You know what I mean? Also, don't listen to us. Do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I mean, if anything, like serve your own country first, man. Like, so at least you can get a taste of what you want. You can find yourself. You don't get like pushed into the lion's den. You're like it's a liability in your thoughts. So
Yeah. We Something I've noticed in my time here is, in some of the best soldiers I've met in Ukraine, foreigners have come from civilian life, or
yeah,
or they're Marines, but there's very few in between, in my experience. I never met an airman here. I've never met a seaman. I have met one guy from the Navy here, but
library.
it seems like, with the way Marines are trained, they just adapt to the scenario here in Ukraine a lot faster than, say, somebody who was typically, um, in a different branch, who was very used to very set SOPs and very deliberate rules. But Marines kind of seem to roll with the punches here, and then there's the civilians that seem to do it because they didn't really have a
Baseline.
a baseline. Yeah. No frame of reference. They didn't have the Blackhawks coming to get them for backup.
Yeah, they get bold a little bit, like how you
Yeah.
suspect how normally you should.
Exactly. So, would you say there's an element of passion in it? Like, are you passionate about your job?
Well, yeah, you have to be, bro. You have to be. Even I learned this. Like these guys, all you guys are from a military background. Like I learned it, right? You know what I mean? Like I said, I started from the bottom, and I worked my way up like very fast, bro, from the beginning of the sport. It's not even a job anymore, bro. This is a lifestyle, man. But you know, lifestyle here. Like once you like get a taste of it, man, it's hard to step out from that shit, man. Yeah, I mean, that's why motherfuckers they leave and they come back. You go home and you're like, what am I doing with my life? Yeah, 'cause that's why I haven't go home. You're just gonna waste your money and time. Get a bus. And then but more time, don't worry, go buy you wait for a contract. Your homies are dying. Just stay
Yeah, that's true. I tell everyone, man, when they tell me that they're going home after being in Ukraine for a while, I say, okay, I'll see you in a couple months, because
yeah, all right, that's no way 9%, so 100%.
they they almost always come back, or they go home and they fuck off and they end up in prison or doing some
Yeah,
crazy shit.
it just depends what's on you, bro. Like you're alone too. Like you go back to America, like how many motherfuckers you know that like had peer to peer, contact and shit. He's a zero people. Or you're in your head, man. Like you see other veterans, but this is not the same.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So like they go in a deeper hole more than yeah, that makes sense. And I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah, bro. So it's better to just stay where you belong when you're finding people, man.
straight up. I mean, I completely agree. We oh, I've got one question, probably in the top 3 of most asked questions that we get. People, And I've answered these questions numerous times for people, right? But these people hear me talk day in, day out, all the fucking time. So eventually it's like it it means a lot when it comes from other people. So when people ask what kinds of exercises should I be doing from home to prepare for infantry work in Ukraine or coming to Ukraine, what would you guys recommend as far as getting into shape?
Rough marching. Get you a backpack with heavy shit in it and just walk a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. And when you get tired and you can't walk anymore, walk some more. And go walk in sneakers. You gotta walk in the boots. Whatever you gotta operate out there. I mean, you should be going to some type of like going to the gym anyway. You got gym mitts, rocket, everything like that. I mean, use common sense, bro. Like, yeah, you're not gonna fly in something this. Yeah, you let that your gym too. Like, you're already doing like what one of those farm marketings. Yeah, it's like this. Yeah, stuff. Because you be up in nice case thing, be able to move your body weight around. You be carrying your
Yeah, it's true. I I noticed when I first came to Ukraine, I made this mistake of thinking if I was in the gym all the time, I'd be physically prepared. But I was strong, but I was not prepared, and my endurance was shit. My stamina was shit, and there was multiple times I thought I was gonna die just because I couldn't move fast enough sometimes to keep up with the unit when we're taking incoming. So I tell people all the time, like there's being in shape, and then there's being in shape for, or there's being strong, and there's being in shape for your job. And that, so for when it came to Azov, I changed a lot of my stuff, and I knew what to expect this time because the first time I had Ukrainians running circles around me while they're smoking with a beer belly, and they're running circles around me with the stamina, and I'm like, Jesus, dude.
the bus driver, dude. What the fuck?
It, I still don't get it.
All sideways.
Yeah. Helmet all hanging down.
That's because they're scared. It's different kind of spirit when you here for your life. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And I don't know. That was shocking for me though, and I think it's shocking for a lot of other or some other people as well. There's the next question that kind of comes hand in hand with this one. Oftentimes, if I get one, I get the other. Is should I bring my own kit or wait to get issued gear?
You should definitely. But if you have your own kid, you should bring it. But you don't bring it, you definitely make yourself. If you don't have your own kid, you should wait. Come here and find out what the guys that have been operating use. We use that. 'Cause you're not gonna guess, and you're not gonna watch YouTubes of soft guys, special port like America special forces guys. And if you copy their shit, it won't work. Your body. It really depends on what type of unit and what type of mission set you're right. Completely different. You would be raids, assaults, like so. Yeah, I mean, like our suggestion would be like what to come here, talk to find a unit, talk to the team leader, talk to the guys, see how their kid's set up, and then go from there. Right? All right. Like we really get combat bro. You really think we're gonna give you some high speed fucking shit?
So I mean, we already kind of touched on this one a little bit, but there's a lot more options these days for foreigners to join different units as opposed to 2022, 2023. Um, as far as somebody who's new, no combat experience, no military experience, what would you recommend for them as far as units go?
Wait, I mean to be honest, bro, like from somebody from that type of like background, like basically with nothing, like they really I don't want to sound like some people, bro. Nah, I'll say it, bro. Like, basically this, like in 2022, yeah, like civilians like me came, right? And I had the heart of the balls and straight, so I came all the way up. I learned how the FPVs, drones, and artillery. I faced tanks and all that stuff. Now, like, it's civilians with no military background, no combat, coming out. I'm telling you right now, go to find a unit that will actually give you your benefit of training, actual training, and you start like not like you're not sent off to like some new wave like yeah, ask for assault. Don't look like oh I want to go assault. You're like well you roll it all, learn it. Go to a unit that has some type of like qualification or something because like they'll actually take the time to invest into training you and not push you out to EJ or fucking die. And I stress this a lot just because you see guys on YouTube, like, like all that high speed shit and killing and all that cool music going up, don't make us do the same thing, bro. Like, really, come out here, find your placement, and be humble with everything, and also come with peace with everything, right? I stay committed to it. Was like all you gotta do is be a sponge, learn everything from there.
Yeah, the information is there. The guys that's good fights. That's the guy a lot. But the information is there. If you want to learn, you can learn.
You do your research, man. Like you come across some unit you don't know, so like just Google it. Or and one of them like the guys who are really like, yo, come this unit, we'll give you this. Yeah, yeah, watch out for those guys, bro.
Something that changed for me that I talk a lot about is 70 to 80% of casualties early on were artillery, right? It was from shrapnel or shit like that. Now it's the first, second, and third biggest threats. Fucking drones, 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 drones. Um, is there any preparing for what you're going to experience as far as the drone warfare here? Is there anything you can do from back home?
Be honest, it's not really. But drones aren't that scary. They I guess scary at first, but yeah, once you get around them a little bit, yeah, when you know how they work, you're ready to hide. Is
I know I suggest this too, right? Like I'd be telling our guys and stuff, our broker guys trying to read our experience. So what you do is send them to watch ESP, right? Which is like the back base where you watch on the screen.
yeah, to talk to. Oh,
Watch how the drone guys are your own little guys. Do line work,
watch how they cut.
how they hunt, and that's how you can watch how the Russians hunt. Like
So I do the same thing.
it's the same thing. You know what I mean? You can see like if a drone, if they go on here physically and that drone's like above you, don't think that drone sees your ass. You know what I mean? That drone had to zoom in. This drone, like it got about.
Those cameras are shitty though, bro. Also remember that
It just fine. It's fine, but that's why I was suggesting like find a unit, get an introduction mission. You know what I mean? Which is low. Don't ask for assaults. Don't beg for assaults. Don't say that you're ready. Because
careful what you wish for.
yeah, be careful what you wish for. You know, you will be set up.
Like, I'll give it to you. I promise.
Give you should be a submission. Like you want to go.
You know, you need to test waters. You can't just be like, well, I feel like I'm ready.
There's a lot of motherfuckers that'll say, "Oh, I'm down to fucking shoot people that raise this and that out of." They thought and then when it's time to step out, bro, they don't want to leave. They don't want to step out. They want one mission or two. I guess what they at in Kyiv downtown. I'm talking about like the most like the fucking biggest story in the world. But this happened to me. It's happened to me. Like this. I killed 23 niggas. Like nah, that didn't work out like that.
Yeah. Yeah. We see that so much from the foreigner community. Something else that I think people aren't.
You can just tell them they're full of shit. Really, honestly, you know.
Yeah, I mean, and at least in my experience, they'll typically, you know, shrink and back down because they know it's bullshit, especially if it's coming from somebody who they know has been here for a while and been on multiple missions and whatnot.
They change their call sign everywhere they go, bro. Like, you know, they change their call sign because they want you to do, they want to be famous. Saying so, yeah. But I tell you right now, it's like in here in Ukraine, you know this too, bro. We're a small community of foreigners there. Names here,
Everyone knows everything.
everyone knows everyone. People get information from this foreigner, about who you are, your background, so quickly. People forget about that, and then you know what I mean. Like, but there's also when you get into good units as well because like most of the time it's to worry about. They're not going to take somebody that they don't really know. So they someone of them knows someone, and they can kind of like are gonna ask. People are gonna ask it. Yeah, there's a lot of good dang like units out there. There are a lot of good guys,
Yeah.
but they're really hard to find. Because like they don't just want to take anyone and just like causing drama or shit. Someone's gonna die flying. Okay.
Yeah, they don't. I think a lot of units have realized they'd rather not have a foreigner than the wrong foreigner, a foreigner that causes problems, starts drama, um, steals the shoe.
Free all the time. Sorry, shit. All over free is the word of mouth, bro. They come to us, man.
So I've seen um, some footage that has surfaced of a recent mission that I believe you guys were on, and
Tell me why I got shot. Almost got shot in the head.
yeah, yeah,
You should clip that video right here.
yes, I will do that actually. So dude, so many people commented on that video, like, how did he how did he survive that? Yeah, where did it get hit? Where did it come from? Even when I first saw that video, I thought it came from the other end of the trench. I didn't know they were above you guys. But
We were surrounded, dog. Yeah, they had some pressure, so it's hard to tell, especially in the video. You can't tell where it's not.
So
These strawberries, I slow mo the video and then you can see it come through, but right over his stuff.
I
Yeah, I think on the footage too, he didn't really put that part in there. Well, like you can hear them yelling and talking from around the border out top. That's why I slowed down. I was
hear them on the outside. Go, 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 go. Fucking throw it. They're outside above us or no?
literally all of us were 300. It was horrible. Every person on our team was 300 except for no, we all were. Yeah, everyone had at least a concussion.
And we took one 200 as well, bro.
Yeah. So that's what I was gonna ask you guys is I've seen and heard of so many crazy stories here in Ukraine, and when I heard about that mission in particular, it still gives me chills actually. That's one of the craziest ones I've actually heard to date here.
Rolled out. It's already online. I mean, these guys are welcome to discuss it. Like I was at KSP. I wasn't allowed on mission because I had mission before, so I wasn't allowed to go on mission on this one. But Zach went over, so you guys can talk about it and we'll.
My understanding, were you guys tasked with was it like a Kazivac style mission? No.
We were QRF for another team. Yeah, for another team, like in the village that was nearby. But the assault force ended up coming towards us instead of to the village group. So we had, yeah.
And they just that was just a really bad day for them. They ran into you guys instead of going.
Yeah, I think until about like what? Yeah,
And we had 2 Ukrainians in the trench line with us.
yeah. There were two from 2 separate teams, bro.
And those teams got killed off the amount together and they defended the trench. And we met them at that trench. And our position got demolished, bro. So we went into the trench and we fought them. We were working with them. Yeah. So anyway, that morning, those 2 Ukrainians went off to do a recce of the tree line near us.
Mhm.
But one of them came back all shot up and the other one was dead. So
I don't know, be know that at the time, but yeah.
yeah. So anyway, the one that came back was all shot up. So I started working on him. I was patching his holes and stuff.
1633. You can put 30.
Yeah, I put 30. Here you go. I left my pen in my fucking bag.
Break that off. Not by space, I'm just gonna spray fucking the glass everywhere. Did it stop bleeding?
Yeah.
I probably don't need this thing, but I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah, give him that shit.
How you feeling? Is the medicine working?
Warrior.
Put on there 20 breaths per minute.
And I guess the team that engaged them followed those guys back to the trench, thinking that it was only him, a wounded guy that ran away, and he ran into our team. We actually relieved them because they're kind of the closer part where the Russians are. Being my other boy Jerky, my brother's Izzy. Yeah, we relieved the first few trains at the front of the trench, so we were the first people to get contact. So it was him and it's fuck crazy. But I didn't even hear the motherfucker, bro. Yeah, the suppressor and everything. So while I was hatching the guy, which I sent you that video already, so you can put that somewhere over here. Full. But while I was passing that guy, the Russians came in the front of the trench where these guys were,
Yeah, we started blasting each other, bro, and throwing grenades back and forth and stuff. Yeah, bro. I thought I got shot in the ass, but I just got shoved on my knee and my ass, bro.
Is that where you guys took your 200?
No,
No.
so what happened was after all that, we did try to do a counter assault. We were just like, because they took our radio, bro. It was on a spider incident. The guy on the earth pulled the fuck
Wow.
the radio stuff. Yeah, so most of us were already injured. We were like at the other end of the trench. We were like, we shot our ammo, and I set the trench line on fire. Yeah, but that was at the end though. Yeah, and then we burnt in the side, and and they left to go find our radio. We got next position. Yeah, we got ambushed. It was me and my boy Gigi. We walked trying to find friendly position about a kilometer back. But they're already back there, like started us and everything. But yeah, the rest of the runners then. Yeah, we found the second Udrinian dead. We went to take a look at him. I went to step forward, and then we just got into like a really heavy ambush. But my brother fell, and then yeah, I killed like 2 old dudes with cigarettes, and I was like, "Listen, you had a bush." Started taking contact, and then they stood up like wondering what's going on, and they kind of scared me, and I got spooked. Like, oh fuck, and I just dropped both of them, put a new mag in, and I just full auto to both of them, and I started hearing moans and shit, and I just like ran back, tried to help my friend, but he was already gone. So, but yeah, I was like fighting in there for like a bit amount, for about maybe 15, 20 minutes or so by myself,
Jeez.
trying to get out of there. Dang it.
So they had you guys completely surrounded, and then what? They sent in some guys to try to take the position.
Yeah, yeah. Well, basically, they apparently east, south of east. Yeah, east of our position, there was like second line and first line, which were those 2 Ukrainians were, and their position got assaulted. That's how they ended up back to where we were. And okay, so the city that they were fighting, right, it's east of their position, right? And the Russians were coming north from where these guys were. But they're going by twos, the blues by twos. And bro, I tell you right now, there's a small team there that had a zone dropper. Like they had recce 2 minutes. Every 2 minutes they were drone drop these guys. Drone drop, drone drop. And produce human activity these guys, and then like what I mean, because I'm watching this all on the street, right? This is before the assault, like it's before the assault, and I'm on the radio with them and everything like that, like. And throughout the time that we were there, they were like saying guys like behind our position. We just kept they were kept chilling about lives. So yeah, I think we killed like 2 guys at the end of our trench, like literally like the first week of.
Mad Dog, were you able to see them approaching when they were coming to their position via at the talk?
No, I asked for like FAD support and shit, and it was like unreadable. And after that, it was black. And then they yanked the fucking radio. I yanked the radio and gonna go. Yeah, because like the spider antenna went all around the trench, or the wall of the trench. Our drone support was helping the team that we were QRS, so they weren't watching us. We were supposed to be in a safe area. Yeah, and there was one scene where we saw footage where we saw a guy. He didn't know if it was multicam or it was me. Yeah, it was Ukrainian. Right, we sit in the drone, right? We just see a guy waving like this, like right, and he wanted to sign the bled down. It was this guy. Yeah, so they didn't shoot you, bro. It's after Genji got too money, right? It was after our we had it, after all that, and here's like, okay, we think it's friendly, right? But we still collate the radios were black with these guys. And we didn't talk to him, so they didn't know what was going on. They just seen him walking around outside. Yeah, running you for with yeah, he hit his weapon. Yeah, I had a single point cycle. Yeah, so I didn't see it. Yeah, I just assumed that we were good. Yeah, at that moment I run out in the open, bro. I didn't give a fuck, bro. Like my boy dead in front of me there. Like I give a shit. He hit shrapnel on his ass. Text and my exes had some shit in his eye. He got blown by right at like fuck at the second counter something we did it for yourself. Fucking night got shot all up everywhere.
So, I mean, how'd you guys get out of there?
So me and Sessa, right? So after like the final counter assault, we burned down the trash, whatnot, right? What was it, like 8-9 hours of like pure quiet and darkness? Like we just stayed up holding security. Yeah, we stayed up all night. And we put them up, the injured in the neighborhood, and stayed up. Yeah, I was 360, just quiet, right? And then around like daybreak, we were just like, bro, we planned 4 in the morning. We can't push it because we're surrounded, dog. So like, we can't walk in the ambush again. So we did like the only thing possible, like, because the whole time we were there out in the open, right? There Asian artillery and mortars, so he's not mine. So what we did is during daybreak, we crawled out of the fighting hole up the trench, started coming out of the entrance, just in case they're setting us up. And then just walked. We went down here. We wanted out in the middle of the open field, bro. Like we kind of like staggered, so we looked like coaches. And then we started walking. our path back. And that UP position that me and Gingy originally tried to find got cab like a few days before. So yeah, so I got to there enough. Yeah, there was like no friendly business within like 5 kilometers or some shit, right? Yeah, we were in no food, no water, Orlando, road parks, just our bleeding, nice shot up. And he walked the whole way. Yeah,
So you guys weren't able to get like a drone drop, uh, water or
we had no cars. Side we were black.
yeah.
We didn't know what was going on until we got radio contact number, like a phone call or something. Yeah, we walked to the drone position that was like 6-7K away from us, and then they got full. Yeah, we heard the generator. That's why we did. Yeah, hey, they almost shot us. Dude, trying to throw hand signals to the Ukrainians. Just let us use that to fucking Starlink. It was like 5:30 in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. I got a phone call, and it was real hot. He was like, "Yo, how do you not talking, just listen to me?" And I'll tell you to sit down, and I'm listening. And he tells me all the information. I'm like, "All right, I'm going to base right now." And as soon as I got to the man, everyone's waiting there, like, we're waiting on the back right now, what to do, right? So I told everyone to do, I'm like, get this guy's water, get these guys schooled up ASAP right now, send his rolls right now.
That's something that we talk or I talk about in the videos is on almost every mission, you can't bring enough water. It's impossible if you're gonna be out there for longer than a day, you can't bring enough water. So
Russians will still our packages, bro. Oh, yeah, no, they did steal it back.
Yeah, they still drone drop. They dropped our drone, our food at the lost spot. And then that morning, we killed that guy, and then we got up and we looked for our food, and it was gone. Yeah, bro, they already back slow ring through our JP. Yeah, like damn, bro, even stole our food and tried to kill us. But yeah, but you were saying it's true, bro. Like never been enough water. Like what are you gonna do with 3 meters? When you got a rocket like that, you need 2-3 a day for bro. It's hard, bro. Logistics in the area is fucked up. The soldiers have the operators working, bro.
yeah. I mean, I think on probably at least one person on any mission I've been on got severely dehydrated to the point where they almost couldn't move anymore. It seems like it happens.
I never take my own pee, dog. I was like, dude, I need to sauce bed. But funny the thing is, it comes to this too. Like some of the guys who be down in the water, right? It comes to water too, right? Like you can't just be chugging the water. You gotta take your sip, take your like little bits.
I'd love to do this, more in the future when you guys are available and stuff, because this is really really cool. And again, I appreciate you guys. Is there? I guess before we wrap it up, is because so many people seem to be at least talking about coming to Ukraine from the people that are going to watch this video. Is there any last bits, tips, any last advice you want to give them?
I got one. Like, come into it, bro. Yeah, I'm into it. Like, if you're gonna come to Ukraine, come to Ukraine, and all down to and just either you do or you don't, man. Don't be saying if this is that, or you just waste time on these stuff. Just commit to it, man. And also accept that, like, come with peace. Like, accept you may be injured, accept you may die, accept your friends, your brothers that it may go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're going to they won't know that.
Some will die, and they'll be your closest friends. Dude, like I still follow with stuff. Like, I've been shot, I've been blown up 2 times, right? And I still go that. I mean, I'm a committed guy here. Post grad years, 4 years up in here, bro.
A lot of people will ask too. They'll ask, when somebody has a life altering experience or injury where they get shot, they get blown up, something like that. They're like, why did these guys go back out?
For my boys, man.
Yeah, for the boys, bro. For the homies, but like I said, I saw his post. It was like king for the worst single points. Yeah, that's 100% facts. 100%. Because like if I could stay with the people that I love, that I trust, right? They're my family, my brothers. And if they were to die while I'm one on gone, because I left, like it would the world. See, it will punk people. So I would. So my mindset is if I were to stay and they're staying, right? Maybe I can make a chance that they can, help each other, help each other survive. They can probably exactly something there. That makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
Really, you just have to come here and experience it. Like what we say to each other is here is like, you come with a mask, everyone be taught like Rambo. You know what I mean? But the mask falls off as soon as you out on that line. That the zero, the first shots fall. So after the first shot, literally like filter stuff. The last falls off, but the real you comes out. Either fight or flight. The most raw person, like version of yourself that you can possibly prove to yourself to anybody is when your life is on a lot in combat. When there's like basically no one there to pull you back, and yeah, it's just how you are. Like that's the like representing yourself and become raw. And you see that with your teammates, and you're like, that's the boy. That's the person I want on my team.
Yeah. Combat has a funny way of bringing out everyone's authentic self, and you really get to see what they're about. See the loudmouths shut up and stop. And then sometimes you see the guys who you thought would be absolute pussies in the situation. They're fucking savages, and I'm like, God damn, that guy's an animal. So
That's why I believe in also giving people chances to. Like they could probably be shit at like pie in Norway or something like CQB or whatever. But when it comes down to like fighting, well, they'll be the ones who prove up.
Yeah.
You can't even doubt people all the time based off tree.
all right, guys, cool. Thank you, man.
Yeah, man. It's nice to meet you, boo.
All right, guys, let's you guys are all in the Instagram chat, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll keep that open. All right, guys, thank you, and I'll talk to you soon.
I do.
Peace, fellas.